It is We Can Do It Wednesday. What? Yep. Let's talk about challenges. Back in a minute. Good morning. Good morning. This is Jan from New York City. I really love helping people keep some more of their own hard earned money. And it is Wednesday. And we're going to talk about some of the stuff that we can do it on Wednesday or any day for that matter. But let's talk specifically about thinking outside of the box. So I'm going to present some little self challenges, nothing, in my opinion, nothing too out there, nothing too far fetched, but something to consider. Or you may come up with your own self challenge of a thing that maybe you put off or of a thing that you find unpleasant, but you know you might have to do. But we'll talk more about it in a minute. Now, one of the little challenges, you could pick one out of all the ones that I have read. You might decide to pick one. You might decide to try the self challenge on this We Can Do It Wednesday. All right, so here are the options to consider. One, try a brand new recipe. We are creatures of habit, many of us, including myself. Definitely, we could become creatures of habit, and sometimes it could turn into a little bit of a ruddy routine. Now, don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with routine in and of itself, but every once in a while, isn't it good to just try a little bit of something different? So let's say that you've been making the same recipes over and over again for like forever ago. Would you consider trying a brand new recipe to you? Now, the recipe itself might have been around since grandma's day or even great grandma's day, but would you be willing to try something different for you with your family? Talk it over with your family first and see if they would be willing because you don't want food waste. Just saying, just saying. Next, challenge. Can you consider ways to increase your income? Right away, I see the heads turning. I don't want to increase my income, but that's the challenge part. Can you consider ways to increase your income? Now, you don't have to necessarily go to a job or be employed to increase your income. There are insidious ways to find ways to keep more of your hard earned money. And that leads me to this. Find creative ways to cut back on spending. Now I see all the head shaking up and down saying, yeah, 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 I could do that. That's totally fine. Because if you could find a way that you have no issue with and get creative and find creative ways to cut back on spending, a penny saved is truly a penny earned. So pick one of the challenges, whatever it is, but you come up with the clever way to increase your income by either cutting back or increase it, doing a side gig or selling something that you make. You might have so many wonderful crafts sitting at home on a shelf. I mean, they might look adorable on that shelf, but you just may be brightening up someone else's day by selling some of that stuff. Some of your unique stuff that nowhere in the world can you get it because you made it and only you made it. So it's unique. Just saying, just saying. I call that custom. That's what I call that. There you go. Also, if you could find those creative ways to cut back on spending, that's great. All right, next possible challenge that someone might consider selecting, have a no spend except for the necessities month. Now, for some people, it's no sweat. They do it all the time. They could do it like the back of their hand. No big deal. But that's not a challenge. This would be a challenge for the person that's like, you mean I can only spend on my mortgage and on my necessities? Yeah. Whoa, now that's a challenge. You mean I can't go to an outside movie? Well, is going to an outside movie a necessity? I don't think so. That's what makes this a challenge. So, for those who like self challenges, you might consider this, have a no spend except for necessities month. So, you pay for all of the essentials, of course, absolutely as always, on time. You create sort of a spending plan. Next self challenge. Find the smallest amount that you owe. You still have a little bit of a balance on a credit card. You still have that little debt and it just like lingers on. And you keep making minimal payments, even though it's very possible that you might have the funds to pay that thing off. Challenge, get rid of that debt completely. If you have something that if you can pay for it, why keep the debt? I am almost convinced that some people are comfortable being in debt. Hope I'm wrong. Hope I'm wrong. But this is a challenge, just a suggestion, not a rule. Because this is a We Can Do It Wednesday, and it's all about challenging ourselves, about personal growth. Next, now this one might be earth shattering for some people. Yeah. Can you imagine this being earth shattering? It wouldn't be earth shattering for me because this is a practice that I have done for like forever. However, ta-da, what's the challenge? Make your own coffee at home. Making your own coffee at home. Now, for me, that's nothing. For me, that means I only spend about 25 cents a day, and I'm very proud of it. Yeah. I have no problem drinking my instant cup of Joe. Yes, for a quarter. And I enjoy every moment of it. Yes, I do. But for some people who have no issue and feel like, but I deserve my $5 cup of coffee. Well, maybe you do deserve a break once in a while, don't we all? But I don't consider if I'm struggling to pay bills, let's say for example, buying $5 worth of coffee would not be on Jan's priority list. But that's me. However, if it is a challenge for you on this We Can Do It Wednesday, how about try going without outside coffee for an entire week? I know we can do it. I know you can do it. That's for sure. Next, now this is not so much of a challenge, but this is using your creativity. Maybe for some people it is a challenge because some people believe they're not creative, and I don't buy that. I believe every single one of us, we are all creative people in our own unique way. Okay. Now you have some, I'm sure, beautiful like areas outside, maybe outside of your home or inside of your home or precious memories or whatever. Take a picture with your smartphone. Take it really nice, and you're an instant photographer. And if you really, really like that picture, and you could turn it into a beautiful keepsake, and you could print it and you could frame it. Now, that is such a cute way of being creative, and it doesn't cost anything. More than likely, you already have a frame, and many people can print the pictures off of their printer at home. And if you don't have that, maybe a friend of yours can do that for you. So find out, and it should be a lot of fun. For example, let's say that you have a really nice backyard and there's one flower out there right now. Flowers don't last forever. So get them while you can. Take pictures of those late spring flowers or early summer flowers. Why not? You could take multiple pictures and keep that up on your wall, even on the snowiest of days. You can look back and remember a beautiful warm weather memory. All right, next and final challenge for this We Can Do It Wednesday. Why don't you consider making that long overdue phone call to family or friends? You keep meaning to do it, like you keep promising yourself you'll get together on a video chat. Aren't we lucky that we live in a world today where we could tap and look at someone like immediately on a video chat? And if you don't like to do that, if you prefer just a good old fashioned phone call, why not? Take that minute, block out some time, make a cup of tea, make an appointment if you have to, because I know a lot of us are totally busy. We don't want to exclude people that we care about. Make that appointment time, sit down and get together. Or even better still, meet them in person, because we are, after all, social creatures. So there you go. I just gave you a whole bunch of choices for challenges. Hey, let me know if there's a challenge that you would like for others to consider. If you come up with some ideas, let us know in the comment section below. By the way, if you find value in this video or any other video that I create, please let us know by slamming down what? The like button. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Have an amazing, fantastic day. Till the next time, take good care. Bye-bye.